There, everyone. It's Gina Spagnola, President and CEO of the Galveston Regional Chamber of Commerce. And we are so excited because this is our first video series of Business Edge Galveston County. And I couldn't be any happier than to have my friend and Admiral member, Tony Phelps, here with Accurate Air Solutions. Thank you. Congratulations.
Yes.
You're number one.
Thanks for having me.
You're number one in many reasons. You're our first interview.
Okay.
And y'all, he is one of our businesses of the year for 2025. So we're going to be celebrating you and a few more businesses. And that's a big deal. We've got almost 1,000 businesses here.
That's awesome.
At the chamber. So thank you. We chose Tony because he's got such an incredible story to tell. And so I invite you to grab a cup of coffee, or if you're having lunch at your desk, and spend some time to listen to this one. He has built an incredible business, and we're going to find out how and why and a little glimpse into your journey. So welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Our first question is, what prompted you to go into this industry? So tell us how it all got started in Abilene.
Yes. In 1999, I was working for a production facility. Yeah. They made cutting torches and things like that, and they were closing down their American-based production plants and moving to Mexico. And the government at the time decided if you had a business based in America and you moved to Mexico, you had to retrain your employees. So I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but when they still sold newspapers everywhere. I went and grabbed newspapers for all over the state and seen everybody was hiring for HVAC. So I chose to be retrained in HVAC. So in 2000, I went to school for a year to learn the science behind air conditioning and heating. So that's kind of definitely what got me in the industry. Worked for 3 companies over 12, 13 years, and then finally decided to branch out on my own.
How old were you at the time?
Oh, good question. I think I was about, let's say 35, 36 years old. Or I was 23 when I went into the industry, and I was about 35 when I opened my own company.
So smart to look in the papers.
At
what
the
was
time,
needed?
I was like, where can I go work and what can I do? So I got a paper everywhere, and everybody was hiring for HVAC. So I was like, that's it right there. I'll do that. I didn't even know what it meant. I just knew everybody was hiring. I figured it was air conditioning related.
We figured it out.
Yeah, I figured it out. But it's paid off well.
It really has. And we're going to
dig into that a little
deeper into that. What's one decision or strategy that made a big impact on your growth?
Yeah, I think especially if we're going to talk the growth of my company since I've been open, probably the main thing is to never let a budget or a schedule affect the quality of the product you push.
Oh, what a
great point. You always have to respect the schedule and respect somebody's budget, but you have to stick with your quality no matter what.
You don't compromise.
We've never compromised on our quality. We've ran over some budgets and over some scheduling, but we stick to our quality. That's our main focus, and that's definitely what's gotten us to the point we're at now, for sure. Quality first.
Quality first.
Yes.
Service.
Service, yes. Service with a smile. Yes.
I like that. I love that.
Yes.
He lives that, y'all. I know, because I know him personally. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? Business or personal?
Yeah, I think... unfortunately, it probably took 47, 48 years to hear it and hear it correctly. But I think no matter what you do, be fully intentional. If you can't be 100% intentional with anything, I feel you're probably just wasting time and shouldn't focus energy in that direction anyways. So no matter what you're doing, just be super intentional. Stay focused, be consistent, but always being intentional. Don't go halfway into something. Be 100% bought in, focused, and then stay focused the whole time.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
having some passion.
Passion definitely helps. Definitely helps.
Got to have that passion of what you're doing matters, no matter what you're doing.
No matter what you're doing, yeah. You definitely need a little passion tied in with everything. It makes it go smoother. It makes you appreciate it a little more.
You're buying a lot of businesses and stuff too, and you're at that point in your life where you're seeing some opportunities. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, our goal at Accurate Air is really to try to acquire as many companies in our industry as we can, and try to stop corporate America from coming into Texas and becoming our own little corporate America inside Texas. And not necessarily, I mean, we are going in buying companies, but we try to look at it as acquiring and adding to our team. So we just want to build a big team all across the United States one day, maybe, but we're going to focus on Texas. So right now we can cater to people from Amarillo all the way to Galveston.
We just doing plumbing here in Galveston.
We're doing plumbing in Galveston now. We were just HVAC only in Galveston, but we added a plumber to the team this week, actually. So, yeah, plumbing services. And then hopefully, eventually, we can handle the whole state of Texas. Can cater to everyone.
Well, we're so happy you're here. Next question is, in the darkest days, what kept you going? I know everything. You're such a positive person, and that's why, I mean, our family has just brought him in. He's like family to us. And from the time you walked in to the chamber, and when he talks about 100%, he goes 100%. When he came in, you started up at the admiral level.
Yeah, no.
And you worked it. Be intentional.
Yes.
And now, you know what? I'm going to work this, and I'm going to do it, and I want my name out there. And that's exactly what you did. And you're so positive. But I know things always hadn't been perfect.
Oh, yeah, no.
And you had to build this from nothing, because we were talking about you grew up very poor.
Yeah.
And nobody handed you anything. But during those days, what kept you going?
Yeah. In the early days, I would say my wife and kids kept me going. I'll get a little emotional now.
It's okay.
But
I love about you. One of the things.
Yeah, one of the things. I would say definitely, even back then and now, is just the people around me. I don't want to let anybody down. Back then, it was just me and my
Those
family.
babies.
Yeah, but now, I mean, we have 122 employees. So I know each one of them employees has a family to take care of, and I don't want to let them down.
Yeah.
So no matter if it's dark or daylight, you just get up and be intentional.
And you're doing the work ahead of time. We were just talking off camera too. And he was saying, because he's got a couple of employees that are going to go, maybe yourself too, into leadership. Galveston, he's like, we believe in that. I've sent how many to a leadership class? He believes in you're breathing life into them.
Yes.
And you're giving them the opportunity to lead. So talk why that's so important to build those employees. I mean, they're giving a service back to you and getting paid, but you're also...
You definitely have to. I heard a saying one time that your team has to be as big as your dream. And I have big dreams. So I know I can't get to where I want to go by myself.
Right.
And so I have to get people from behind me to beside me. And the best way to do that is just through leadership skills, people development. And at Accurate Air, we definitely, we take that super serious. We send 6 people a month, 12 hours away from our hometown for leadership training and things like that. So I know that the places I'm going, I can't get there by myself. I need a team. I want a team with me. I don't believe in that saying it's lonely at the top. You know, I feel
shouldn't be.
If it is, it's your fault, because you didn't invite people with you, or you're probably not at the top. You know, you're probably confused over here.
I think you are, but you're not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I believe firmly in, I want 1 million people beside me. I don't want a bunch of people behind me. I want them beside me. So
I love that.
I think that definitely keeps me going, knowing that everything I do is way bigger than myself. It's for my family first, and then my employees' family are still my family. So
you see those faces.
Yeah.
And you're investing in them.
Yeah.
Every time you send them somewhere and you're investing in their education and things like that, and they're growing, don't you believe they're going to give back 100%?
Yes, 100%. And that's our kind of one of our new saying is, we're no longer an air conditioning and plumbing company. We're a people development company funded off of our HVAC and plumbing knowledge. So we're trying to better everybody around us. It's super ethical and a little greedy at the same time, but it all comes back. If you treat everybody around you great, it's going to be great. And then you're just going to have great people all around.
Then they're going to be loyal because and invested back into them. Wait, one more question. I could talk to Tony all day. What is one habit or mindset that keeps you focused and resilient?
Setting targets for your goals. I think especially, I've learned a lot, I feel, in the last 9 to 12 months, and I've learned that I've always been a driven person in my life, but I've never set goals and targets. And so I've always got to where I wanted to go, but I might have lost things along the way. And if you add strategy to a lot of your tactics and your actions. So with that, we'll set targets now, and we have goals that we talk about and try to reach. So just being super consistent, and then I'm going to go back to being as intentional as you can. I don't want to use any bad words, but don't halfway do things.
That's right.
Just go all in, or just exert your energy somewhere where you're fully intentional.
Yeah, just go for it.
And just be consistent day in and day out. You're going to take losses. You're going to take wins. It's not about today. It's about the big picture. Right. So if you're focused on today and yesterday, you're going to lose track of tomorrow. So you just have to stay focused, stay intentional, and stay consistent. And do what's right, no matter the cost.
Yeah, not selling your soul.
No, don't sell your soul at all. Be super genuine. I feel I'm the same person if I have my work shirt on, my hat on, or I'm at church. It's super easy. Sometimes it's awkward to be consistently the same person, but it's so easy and genuine, and people
I think we need more
appreciate
of that.
It.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. So, be intentional and be super consistent. That's the key.
Just work hard.
Working hard.
Working hard.
The harder I work, the luckier I get. It's kind of funny.
That's right. And surrounding yourself. My dad always said, surround yourself with people who are better. Better. Even in sports, my parents would always say, you're not playing. You're not going to get better with people that aren't as good as you. So I played with my cousins and did all that pushed me.
And that's what we try to do at Accurate Air for sure, is inspire everybody, push them, but then at the
to be their best.
Yes, and hold them accountable. I think that's super important. To truly hold somebody accountable for what they're capable of.
That's right.
Because sometimes people need that.
That's right.
I need that. I need people to hold me accountable.
Yeah, absolutely. How do people get a hold of you? Other than the chamber, of course.
Yeah, they can look us up on the chamber. We have social media and Facebook. AccurateAirSolutionsLLC.com is our social media.
Yeah.
My name's Tony Phelps, so you can look me up on social media. You can get my number anywhere. I don't know if I should give my number out here, but
give your number.
You can give me a call. It's 325-428-9511. You can call, text, anytime. We're definitely here to serve. We want to do the best job we can, and every single time we're going to prove ourselves.
Time and time again.
Every single day, before lunch, after lunch, it doesn't matter. We're going to be fully intentional, be consistent, and do what's right, no matter who's watching, who's not watching.
Well, I appreciate it, y'all. He is truly a good guy. I'll say this, and our time is short, but I will say we've seen a lot as other cities of people roll in and out, especially during natural disasters and things like that, really at people's most vulnerable moments, to do the roofing, to do what you do and stuff, and they roll on out of town. And it's so important to use the good guys and the people that are parts of chambers of commerce and giving back to their community. And this one does it, and it is important, and there is a prize to it.
Yeah.
But just make sure that you're using the good guys. Sometimes it's people roll in with the good price and they roll out with nothing done.
Yeah. We're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere. They're here. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thanks
and thank you all.
Yeah, this was awesome. Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.